Hi, my name is Mark, and I'm a professor of economics. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the benefits of free trade. I'm going to give you the 10 reasons free trade benefits countries and the world. Okay, the reasons are specialization, efficiency, price, consumption, trade promotes peace among nations, levels the playing field, innovation, ideas, technology, economies of scale, entrepreneurship, and growth. We're going to take a look at these slowly, in slow motion. So basically, when you're talking about free trade, there's a lot of feelings this way or that way, but let's step back from this for a moment. Let's look at the regions that are wealthy. A few cities come to mind: Singapore, London, New York, Boston, Miami, Amsterdam, Hong Kong. And some of the regions that are poor, that have this isolation separating them. Think about Appalachia, Congo, the Amazon, North Korea. So the nations in the first list are notorious or known for trading, and have these policies of free trade. Just look at Hong Kong versus mainland China before China became a quasi-capitalist country. North Korea versus South Korea. So the message is, if you trade, you get rich. If you don't trade, you'll be poor. Now, of course, there's exceptions, and the world is more complex, and I'm not here to convince you either way. But what I want to discuss is, in the subsequent videos, we may do the disadvantages of free trade, compare and contrast. But in this video, it's fair game for tests, for exams. I want to give you the 10 benefits and explain that. You put these down on an exam, you articulate a little bit, and you'll score the grade. So the 10 benefits of free trade are specialization. There's a lower opportunity cost and a higher comparative advantage. What does that mean in plain speak? It means that in Florida, we produce oranges. And in Vermont, they produce these cold, hard, crisp apples. Certainly, Vermont could produce oranges if they wanted to. If they put up greenhouses, and we could put up, have apples in a specialized way with a, Arctic biodome. But we don't want to do that. It's easier if we each act on a comparative advantage. Now, notice I mentioned states, not countries. It's not much difference if states trade among each other. We have free trade in Florida versus Vermont, and nations as a whole. These political boundaries are just very transparent. They shift anyway. And there's little difference. What if Florida just put walls around itself and said, we're not going to trade with anybody? I think we would not be as wealthy as we are today. And certainly the rest of the country couldn't enjoy this great Disneyland we have here. So number one is specialization. Number two, efficiency. Competitive markets, competitiveness creates efficiency, cut costs, and makes efficient utilization of scarce resources. So this efficiency is very important because it has implications, not only for efficient allocation and utilization of scarce resources, but it will come to my third point, price. Increased competition lowers price. That's something you can sink your teeth into. Maybe efficiency is abstract, but lower price you can relate to. And online prices make it even better. Who doesn't shop on eBay or Amazon or look through Google to find the lowest price of any particular object, and you make a cost-benefit decision? Should I go to Walmart or should I just order it online? 2-day shipping, Amazon. And it's kind of interesting that efficiency comes right after price because they go hand in hand. And the fourth one is consumption. And this naturally flows from specialization, efficiency, price, and now consumption. This is what I can relate to. I'm not hyper-consumptive, but I am a consumer. And with consumption, each country has access to goods they normally wouldn't based on their production possibility frontier. Each country increases the variety and the quality of the items. Variety is the spice of life. Here's an example. These are seeds from Poland. I can buy them. I can use them. It's great. I have them. They're buraki. That's beets. And so now I have access to these. Here are a couple chess pieces, handmade in Poland from the Zakopane region. I can use this. Now, if I was restricted to the United States, I may not have this exact variety of seeds or these interesting looking chess pieces. You can get all kind of Lord of the Rings chess pieces in the open market in Poland and anything you want. And that also goes back to consumption, goes back to price. You would expect, like most online economists will say, oh yeah, price, variety of goods. We have cell phones, iPhones, and we wouldn't be able to have it at this low price. No, I'm not going to do that. That's me. I bought these gloves at a low price at Walmart, $1.79. Very high quality, durable gloves for my garden. So I'm not going to give you this technology examples. Look at this book. This is Wings of Fire. It's a great series. This book was printed. I get to buy it either from Amazon or Barnes & Noble or some store at a much lower cost because of the efficiency of production. And so consumption becomes a lot more interesting. And as me as a consumer, I get to enjoy all these great variety of goods. And yes, I do get to enjoy lower cost cell phones. I can go to Walmart. I think I got this for $100. It's a modern techie phone. The fifth thing is trade promotes peace among nations, peace and love. When you're trading with somebody, you're probably not going to dislike them if they're putting money in your pocket and bread on the table. If you have goods to sell, you're probably going to start to relate to the person you're trading with, and you see that they have a family, they have the same needs, wants, and desires. So better than arms defending the country is free trade. Because with free trade, the barriers and tension comes down. You start shaking hands with your neighbors, then a lot of the tension and fear goes away. Dale Carnegie had a book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and one of his salient points was, make an enemy a friend. And this is the way you do it, through trade, exchange, ideas, cross-cultural, educational enrichment. This is what free trade promotes, peace between nations. When I was in Palestine and Israel, I noted that, there's not much difference between the Palestinians and the Israelis across the border. And once they started trading, one person selling this to that, there's like a friendship almost. Maybe at some abstract political level, there's animosity, but among the people, no. So it brings the walls down. Number 6, levels the playing field. I remember in the 70s and 80s, there were these big monopolistic, oligopolistic control of OPEC, the oil-producing nations, and they would set the price. Now that you have much more open markets and free trades, and of course natural discoveries and reservoirs of various types of oil, OPEC's power is kind of eroded. And that happens with any kind of big monopoly. And, power of the people, I don't like to see these one companies, these monolithic companies control everything. Number 7, innovation, ideas, and technology. Maybe this is the biggest. When ideas are exchanged, the world changes. Just open your imagination. What was once impossible is possible just because you exchange ideas. Have you ever had a problem you just couldn't work out in your personal life or in your financial life? Then you go talk to a friend. Better than searching on the internet until your eyes are glazed over. You talk to a friend and they're like, oh yeah, I've had this problem, and they relate to you. They have some solutions. You do it this way, that way. This happens at a macro level when countries are changing, ideas are exchanged, and technology is shared or traded. And the net effect is we all get rich. We all win. Number 8, economies of scale. Okay, this is an economic concept. Companies take advantage of economies of scale on an international level. You think about efficiency, lower prices, infrastructure. Number 9, entrepreneurship. No longer do I have to go work at the local factory and that's it. That produces local goods for the local economy. I can do anything. I can import things from Poland. I'm a dual citizen and sell them on the U.S. market. You can just open your mind. I can make connections with people in Spain. I can make connections with people in Asia, in Turkey, and import, export. I can be an entrepreneur. I can stay at home. I can work in my garden. I can have my homestead. Do the things I really love, and the whole world gets richer. And think about that, even the United States, some of the top 10 companies and the leaders of these companies, the founders of these companies, they're from other countries and they are entrepreneurs themselves. So this entrepreneurship brings the walls down and creates ideas and exchanges ideas. And who knows where the world will go next. Maybe we'll have a colony on Mars just because of these exchange of ideas. No man is an island. 10th, growth. Growth is really a summation of the other points I've made. You achieve long-term economic growth, not temporary business cycle, pump up the markets. You have high stock markets, high real estate. No. This is long-term economic growth is achieved through hard work, efficiency, exchange of ideas. And isn't it really the goal of economics? So just recapping, the top 10 reasons that free trade is good, the benefits of free trade is specialization, efficiency, price, consumption. Trade promotes peace among nations and peoples, levels the playing field, innovation, ideas and technology, economies of scale, entrepreneurship, and growth. These are the 10 benefits of free trade. You can put them on an exam if you're ever asked. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, share, but subscribe to the videos. I'll have more of these. Thank you very much.